so I'm just jumping on to do a bit of a size comparison between some of my Chic Sparrow notebooks, so you can just sort of get an idea of the differences. I'm just comparing the A5, the narrow, the wide, the B6, and the pocket. So there's not all sizes, but at least can give you an idea of these sizes. I've got my old iPhone 8, I think it is. It's approximately the same size as my 10X Max, so that can give us a bit of an idea of the differences. So let's start with my everyday carry, which is the A5. So the A5 is a big notebook. I've got that 4 notebooks in there. It's big. It can get quite heavy. I do carry it around with me every day. Fits in my bag. This is the Creme. You can see that it holds up very well because it really is just literally thrown in my bag. So a few little scratches and things, but holding up very well. So that's the A5. It can take A5 notebooks, obviously. So I like the A5. A5 notebooks are everywhere. They're easy to get. It's not a hassle to try and find an A5 notebook. There it is, the cover in comparison to my phone, so obviously a fair bit bigger. This is an A5 roll bar. And there that is in comparison to my phone. But it's a nice big space to write in, isn't it? Lots and lots of space there to write in. So that's your A5. Now compare that, I've just got here a B6 insert. So you can see the difference between the two there. That's what you lose between the A5 and the B6. They're quite different. I like the B6. It's harder in Australia to get B6 sized notebooks, so that's a hassle just depending on where you live. If you don't live in Australia, then it's probably not such an issue. It's a great size, the B6, just for me personally a little bit harder. So you can see it there. So here's the actual B6 cover. That's what it looks like compared to the phone. But it's a nice little, fairly compact size. You know, it's big enough, plenty of room to write in, but, you know, a nice little compact sort of size there, compared to the bulk of the A5. I mean, I haven't got this particularly bulked up, but when you compare those two, you can see it is quite different. Much more manageable, I suppose, for every day than this big, heavy one that I carry around. Okay, now that brings us on to the wide. When I first got the wide, I was quite surprised. I thought the wide was going to be smaller than it is, but it's a really nice, big size, the wide. So that's the wide compared to the A5. You can see there, same height. Haven't got this one particularly chunked up, so it could have a lot more in it. So you don't lose height, but you do lose width. And you can see that we take out one of the inserts here. So here's a wide, it's the Moleskine Kaye. There it is compared to the inserts there. So I've got the A5 here. Probably should get a different colour so you can see. Let's delve in here. Yeah, so A5 notebooks are super easy to come by. So let's take this brown one as our A5. Here we go. So we can see A5 is wider. The wide and the B6 are same width, but we lose out on the height. But you can see there, heaps of room to write on. Not quite as much as the A5, but pretty close. And you do get a bit of a reduction then in the size of what you're carrying around. Not so much of a reduction as you get in the B6, but still quite good. Then we have the narrow, which is this little one here. So the narrow compared to the wide, you can see we've got the same height, but obviously this one is wider because it is the wide. The inserts I've got in here are a little narrower. They could be a bit wider, but you certainly do lose the width. Compare that to our how wide. It's a fairly different prospect there. Okay, so it certainly is a smaller amount of space that you have to write on there in the narrow, but then that's for some people, that's what, you know, it's nice and easy to carry, fits really well in the hand. There it is compared to the phone. Okay, so not bad. That's that one compared to the phone. That's that one compared to the phone. There's the wide compared to the phone. Okay, then lastly, the last one is a little pocket, which is almost the same as the phone. If you look there, now the pocket is a completely different thing to the other three. These ones are, you know, big, plenty of room to write. The pocket is teensy tiny pocket notebooks. I like the pocket. It's a great size for me. I carry one at the moment, not this one. This one's ready to go, but I carry another one in my purse just for little notes. Like this is the moleskin one that you can just rip out there. It's got little perforated things if you want to give someone a note. That's really great. So that's the little pocket. It's more like a phone size. It's so cute. You can just carry it around like that. It's not for writing lots, but I do use my pocket for writing quite a bit in. I've kept journals in pockets. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the small. It's just a different prospect to these sort of bigger size notebooks. Okay, so there we go. What about if I just quickly show you, say something that's a bit close to the pocket, say the B6 compared to the pocket. There you go. So you can sort of see what a difference we're talking about there. Okay, thank you. See you next time.